everybody, this is Louisa with Ellie Paper Studio, and today I have a really special video. I am doing a craft room tour video. And if you hear any noises, that's probably my German Shepherd or my cat. They're pretty eager to get on phone. So welcome to inside my craft room. I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible. If you want to visit my blog, you can get details as to how much everything in here should run you if you want to recreate the same setup. And I did get quite a few items from the dollar store. I went to Home Depot and then Michael's, and I'll give you some, and my biggest recommendation is to, if you can, stagger those, each one of those cubes you can get at Michael's for 40% with a 40% off coupon each week. I highly recommend it, just because you can get them for, it's a large ticket item, so 40% of a large ticket is going to be, it's going to add up. Other than that, those two, and I'm sorry, I'm getting over a little cold. These two cubes here, or these two towers if you will, those are quite a bit thinner. I got them at the dollar store, and those are $15 each. And really, I actually found this piece of furniture right here, and it's a shelf, a white shelf also, and it was also $15 at Walmart. It was on clearance. But I also know that Walmart sometimes puts things on clearance and doesn't really mark them down. So if you can get them for $15, I would have preferred to get 3 of those instead of 2 of the dollar store ones. I got my curtains at the dollar store, and my curtain rod, they didn't have a large enough one at the dollar store, so I had to go to Target for it, and I had a coupon for them there also. And here's the panoramic, kind of a little bit of a tour, a quick view of it, of the room. Then each one of those cubes, to make this entire long table, I had to get, you would need 6 of those cubes. And then for the top ones, so I got an extra one that I put here on the top, and then a smaller extra one that I put here also. And those cubes, again, I got them at Michael's. Then the boards that make up the table piece of it, I got at Home Depot, and it was actually a 1 sheet of white MDF. It was already painted, which was perfect. And that will run you about $40, and you can just have Home Depot has the materials to cut them there for you, and I just had them cut it in half, and then even somewhat smaller than that. And then I got 2 pieces of it, 1 and 2, and then my husband just helped me drill them down with just a drill, literally, and some just some manpower there. Then the middle console that you see here, let me get a little closer. That middle console right there, it's holding my Martha Stewart punches and also a few other extra miscellaneous items, and my ribbon, or some of my bigger thread, bigger hole ribbon. That one I actually got at the thrift shop for $1.99, so that was just a steal, and I had to get it. Something I'm really excited about too is that piece right there is just a really cool caddy, and it's holding all my tools that I use most, including all my scissors, my ribbon scissors, my fabric scissors, my paper scissors, my detail scissors, all the glue that I use most, my wet glue, my quick dry adhesive, my ATG gun, and pencils that I use often, black gel pens, white gel pen, zigzag, my every single type of tool that I use quite often. I just put it in there so that I can be mobile anywhere in my room. Then if we look down on the cubes, just to show you a little bit of the organization, that blue cube there I got at the dollar store also, and that's holding all my type of bigger item materials, kind of like my embossing gun. I have a small fabric a sewing machine, and just a few type of tools like that. And then that cube I also got at the dollar store, and it's holding all my clear stamps and some of my wood stamps also. Then over here in this long tower, these two towers I got at the dollar store, and that there are my Stampin' Up stamps, my foam, and some pattern paper scraps. Then all of these cubes are filled with anything from adhesive, anything I would need for my mini albums. Normally I put it in there. Then another thing I did, and I will give you a closer view, is that I got these bins from the dollar store, and I'm putting my buttons, my ribbon that wouldn't fit in that caddy, and a few other items there. And then let me put this down. So here is my projects that I've started but have not finished, and then already pre-cut. Some of these things are already pre-cut. So it's kind of, this is my I need more inspiration side of the room. Then here, this is really a great idea that I actually just kind of came up with it out of necessity. I just got this small cube at the dollar store, and basically there I'm storing all of the paper after I'm done using it. If I don't, a lot of times I won't have time to put it back up, but I don't like having my room be messy. So I'll just throw my paper in there, and then I'll go systematically every week or every couple days, depending on how full it gets, and then store the paper where it needs to be stored. That's a little plush toy that I got from a really dear friend. And then this is my computer table. You can see my laptop and my monitor. In this plastic bin, I did keep one of my plastic bins. That's what I used to use for storage. On my top, I use it for mail because we get so much mail in my house. I don't know if you all have this problem, but I get on the top, I put things that need to be sorted. Middle one is things that need to be filed away because we will need them for something. And then on the last one is things that need to be shredded. And you can see the shredder right there on that corner. Then here I am storing my 8.5 by 11 paper and my 12 by 12 sheets. This bin right here is a file folder. It has some hanging folders, and I'm storing all my solid cardstock there. I want to get more of those hanging folders. It can store up to 12 by 12 sheets, which is great, and I want to get more because as they're standing upright, it's easier for me to see all my scraps and the different colors that I have. So when I wanna do some die cuts that just need maybe an inch or a small piece of cardstock, I can just go there and look at the different options that I have. And it's a great way to store your scraps and use them up. Then in these cubes, I have all kinds of things. I haven't labeled them yet. The top cube is a three drawer one. The bottom one is a 2 drawer one, and I'm gonna get closer so you can take a look. Okay, so on my top one, I'm storing things that are stamping related. So a lot of Stampin' Up my Fiskars board. The middle one is for stickers, so it has all my thickers and a lot of my they have adhesive type stickers. And this view may be able to help you a little bit better. Then on this one, I have all my metallic embellishments. Any metal-based type of things that I would need are being stored in here. Okay, so down here is a really exciting drawer because it's very well organized. It came with all these organizers, and it's really easy to put together. I actually put all of these together by myself. I did have a drill though. I have my embossing powders that wouldn't. Here on the top of my desk, I have my most used embossing powders. Then down here, I have them in the bigger bins, and then I also have these smaller little containers So I have a lot of different colors in there. Then here I have all my specialty scissors. Let me see if I can get a little closer. That should help. My middle console has a lot of my spellbinders and different dies, and then everything after that is embossing folders and even some Fisker embossing plates that I have. And I systematically left the last drawer for punches because punches are normally really heavy, and I don't want to strain my furniture. And I'm storing it by size. So I start with my smallest punches and go all the way to the end. And then, as I said before, my Martha Stewart punches are all up here so I can take a look. And I know it's hard to see in the video, but maybe this will help. It's really easy to see when I'm working, actually what I'm working with. The other thing is that this room is actually really convenient for me because I've only been doing this for 2.5 years, but I can imagine that for crafters that have been doing this for over a decade, it would be tight. So if you are trying to recreate this room and you have twice as much material as I have, just plan to get at least twice much more furniture, I should say. Here's the caddy I was telling you about. I love it. Gonna give you a quick tour, quick view of it. Has tons of pockets and even internal pockets, so I can even keep my post-it notes. I use these a lot when when I'm stamping and I need to mask things off. And then my different kinds of glue, rulers even. I like to keep some brushes so when I'm embossing I can brush things off that don't get embossed real well. Sharpies, my most used Sharpies, pencils, pens, a black gel pen because I need that almost in every single project, and then my different kinds of scissors. And then inside of here I have score tape and painter's tape and double-sided tape, and then of course my foam tape. So all my most used tools are kept here, and it's super mobile and super easy for me to take to any one of my stations. And I got this tip from Jill at Crickflex. Okay, here I have this little unit I got from Michael's also. It's a lot smaller, so you cannot use it as a base, or I wouldn't recommend you using it as a base because it measures barely 7 inches, so it wouldn't necessarily be a great tool to use as a base for your table. So here I'm keeping a lot of my adhesive for scrapbooking, double-sided tapes, all my different kinds of tapes, then miscellaneous items in this drawer. Then in this middle one, I actually didn't put it together on purpose. I wanted to have something open where I could quickly go in and out, and I have my Zots, some replenishments on my ATGs, and a measuring tape, some score tape replenishment, and some tacks. And then up here I have all my sponges, and then all my some die cuts and just other miscellaneous things. And then these are again also miscellaneous things but more office related. And then up here I have all my inks, and they're all upside down. I'm a Memento ink user. I love my Memento inks, and I'm actually keeping my re-inkers, and I have another one of another cube that you saw back there in one of those cubbies. I'm actually keeping all of my re-inkers for my inks. And then these are all my specialty inks. There's anything from pigment inks in silver, white, gold, lots of Versamarks. I have Versamark and Sparkle, regular Versamark, and other types of inks. Then over here it's a little messy because I was just working on a project that you'll probably see, and also working on mail. And so here is a table. This desk actually is from my husband. It's a hand-me-down from my husband. He used it in college. I refinished it in white, and then I used Dollar Tree adhesive paper to cover the top to make it smooth, and so that I can use it for different projects and it's a really good smooth surface. Then I have all my type of office materials. I have tons of pencils and pens and highlighters that I always use a lot, and then various other types of office type supplies. My lovely Cameo, which is my baby. Up here I have some calendar decals. I got these at Tuesday morning and they're great. They help for keeping me organized, and I'll get a better view of them right here. The middle one's my monthly calendar, my weekly calendar, and this I can just write different lists of things that I need. And then finally, my computer desk is a really cheap L-shaped desk from Walmart. I got it ages ago. I hated the color, so I painted it white. I did this grid paper myself. I just printed it off and then used clear sheet from the Dollar Tree and washi tape that is in inches, has different inch marks, and you've seen this a lot if you've seen my videos. So this you can make yourself. You just print off the grid paper, paste it all there, and then put the clear sheet on it so that it stays secure, and it's really great. It works really well. Then I have all my scrapbook pads that I haven't used very much or have started are up there, and then different bins to hold die cuts, fabric, all kinds of little different knickknacks. And then this is my mailing station. I have all my different envelopes over here, and computer cables. I even have some computer cables down here. So I know this was a really quick paced video. The only thing I didn't touch on was this unit here. It just holds my Wi-Fi printer, which is great because I don't need to have it close by, and then a lot of my binders and books that I used in college that I know that I will continue to use professionally, so I didn't want to get rid of. Other than that, I got rid of most of my books or I sold them. And then on the wall decor, I just got these lovely wall decor from the dollar store. It says all you need is love, love is all you need, and enjoy the little things in life. And then I have a cork square there, and then of course my Paper Source size chart for cards and envelopes and all kinds of different things that works great for when I'm making things. And then on those cubes too, I know I didn't go very much in detail, but these cubes hold anything from my markers, watercolor pencils, my cards that I've already made. I have 2 lamps. I have a lamp right here and then a lamp right there. And then in addition, I have the ceiling lamp, which has 3 high-powered LEDs. So all the lighting I can get, it's nighttime, so which is why you see my blinds are closed, but otherwise I keep them open because they give great lighting to the room. Like I said, don't forget to visit my blog if you want to take a look at all these different pieces of furniture and how you can make this exact room in under $500 budget. One last thing I did, I'm just realizing I forgot to mention, is this desk, because it was an old computer desk, where the keyboard would normally go, that's where I keep my Cameo mats, which is really great because on top of it is my Cameo. Back there, I keep all my long tubes of things that I may need standing upright, and then in these cubes, I keep my cinch binding and all my other tools that I need really quickly since I work out on my computer a lot, and then I'll probably be filming over here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I try to refilm it using the tripod so that it wouldn't cause a lot of sickness. But if you have any questions, don't forget to send me any comments. And I just reached today 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm really excited, and I'll probably be doing something a lot of fun within the next few weeks. So don't forget to tune in for an opportunity to be part of it, to win something fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys at a later time, and I hope this inspired you.